Yes, you are. What do you do? Tell me about that ministry.
We do a lot of things for the homeless people during any time. Like, I takes the kids down there to let them see that it's people that are not as fortunate as we are. We're not the most fortunate people, but they're not as fortunate, and for them to get something out of it. Like, we ask them questions, they explain to the kids, what they went through. A lot of the homeless people that we meet actually work and get up and go to work and still come back and have to sleep outside. So that's like very touching.
Say that
to
again.
me. They sleep outside.
They
go to work.
They have jobs.
They have jobs, actual jobs. They would get up and go to work and would have to come back because they didn't have, maybe their credit wasn't good or their money wasn't good for them. They said a lot of the shelters closed when they got off of work, so they had to stay outside.
Why you care?
God gave me a heart, and I don't know where it come from. Like, a lot of the things I do, I don't like. It meant a whole lot to me when you called me and told me that somebody actually cared enough to give me something, when I never asked for it. I mean, like, you normally get that when you die. Everybody work up and say, this is what this person did and this is what this. It's good to feel it that someone cares and can tell you why you're living, And I keeps that up to the point that people that I take down there even texts me and say, well, I took your friend some food today, and that makes me feel good,
And then you have the audacity to take your nieces and nephews.
I take my kids, my nieces, my nephews. I take my friends, their kids. We let the little kids feed the homeless. Me and my sister buys pieces, 4 or 5 pieces, and take it down wherever we can find homeless people at, and we sit them down there so that they can feed them, so that they can eat. So we always does it, and just out of the kindness of our heart. And I'm gonna always do it.
And you're also a CO.
Yeah, I'm a correctional officer, but my plan is to get a nonprofit organization for young women that don't have no one to go to. Because sometimes if you give someone a push, or if you can tell somebody they can do it, it means a lot to them.
How does it feel working in prison?
I've been there 12 years, and it's a job. I have bigger plans than where I work, but
you're touching souls and lives there.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of young women, and that also make me want to get the nonprofit organization, because a lot of the women that I talk to there are in their predicament because they don't have no one to look up to, and they don't have no one to talk to, and they don't have no one to explain why they're going through what they're going through. So sometimes if you just sit and listen to someone's story and then tell them it's going to be okay, it makes a lot of difference. A little bit of words.
You act like you didn't help the inmate or something, or somebody that hit the street. Somebody.
My sister, I walk and when I'm in malls, when I'm out everywhere, people stops me. They give me hugs. Miss Nicholson, you did a lot for me, just telling me I could do it. Me and my kids got a house. I always get it. So that's my giving.
I heard you helped a lady on the verge of becoming a prostitute.
Yeah, she got locked up, and I seen her outside. She asked me for a ride. I was skeptical because it was late, but when I looked, she was cold. So I picked her up. She was only 18, and I gave her a ride, but I had a lot to do, so I took her with me. And in the meantime, I found out that she was going to prostitute because her mother, she said her gas and electric got cut off, and her mother got locked up, and she didn't have no way to feed her and her daughter. So she said the first car she got into was the police. So she got locked up. This was her first arrest. She showed me her papers and stuff. So I took her around. I fed her. And then I took her where she had to go and gave her money to feed her and her daughter. And I gave her a lot of resources that she can go to for as, shelters and, go to do something to better herself. Because I told her, right now, your daughter is 2. All she cares is that mommy got me. But when she get in school, you need a stable home for her. You need to make sure she's okay. So you
gave her some survival skills. You see her in a war right now. It's a reality.
It is. It's not nothing that we all don't go through at some point in time. But I am grateful to have family and friends that do tell me, okay, you can do it. And that makes a lot of difference. It's small words that can make a big difference in someone's life.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But you took the time to care about this young lady.
I'm going to always care. It doesn't matter.
Didn't have to, though.
No, I don't, but I just do it.
And come on, she said she was about to, she was on her way to turning the trick.
Yeah. She said she was going to do everything. I gave her my number. I don't know if she's going to call. I hope she do call. And I asked her.
And she said her mom was involved in such.
Her mother's locked up. So I told her, call me and let me know that she went out and tried to get stamps and check and, stuff like that.
But you gave us some survival skills that at very minimum do this for right now.
Yeah, right now to help you make it through.
And you showed her that there's some light at the end of the
Yeah,
tunnel.
she came in and she was like, oh, you have a nice house, you have a nice car.
You took her to your home?
Yeah. I was in the midst of doing something, so I had to. And then she said she was hungry, you know, and I let her meet my kids, you know, and she was like, oh, my God, you have beautiful kids, y'all. And we don't have the biggest house and we don't have a lot, but we are happy. We got a home, you know, and it's good. And when they see that, they have hope, you know.